of our final project of Citymapper, and as soon as I am in full screen, there we go. So first we have our home page, and it's pretty similar to the one there was originally. It's just been simplified a lot. So on the left here we have what was previously the home page, and it has 12 menu buttons here, which are just kind of overwhelming and needed to be condensed, so I put them down into 5, and all of the transportation modes here, like the scooter and bus and everything, were all just worked into the all modes right here. And then I've added fares and report. And then the one other main thing I did here was change the sizes of the work and saved buttons so they're a little more easy to press next to home, so that's not just like a big blob next to them. And as far as gestures here, it'll be pretty straightforward. You can tap and search or press buttons, and then you can swipe up here to see more about your commute section, and then with the map you can zoom and scroll and look at it like you would on a map on iOS. As far as settings were, they were just a lot at first, so we had these whole 2 pages of just different things, features and settings, and it wasn't very easy to find anything, and there were just a lot going on here with all these different tabs, so they needed to be more condensed into fewer things so everything would be a little easier to find and less like redundant, because a lot of these things are. So I've changed them into now it only takes up 1 page to screenshot the whole thing, and we have them kind of grouped by what they're relevant to, like social media and contact us are kind of similar, so they're put together. And then we have also the old settings page had this little article here, so we've kept that as like a preview for their medium page, and then if you press and hold on that, it'll come up here just like when you're on Safari and you press and hold, and it'll give you the preview for the page you're about to open. Then I've also added a tutorial, which you can find in the settings page, and it'll just be like a little introduction to the app in case it's hard to figure out. And then we'll have like outlining new features that people might not understand yet, and frequently asked questions, and ways to chat with someone who works for Citymapper in case their questions aren't answered in the frequently asked questions. And then here's just a little preview of what the video will look like when it's playing. Here I've added a profile page, which has been transformed from the account page, which was in settings, which looked like this. There just wasn't much to it, and there wasn't really a way to change any of your information here. Like, it lists your email and phone number, but there's no way to update it or do much, and it doesn't really say what any of that's for. So here it's a lot more fleshed out. You can add your picture or change your information in the settings here, and then you can save your user type, like if you're local to the city or just visiting or there for business, or maybe you just moved there and so they can try to figure out what you need. And then your fare type, if you're a student or a senior and you get different discounts or maybe special deals sometimes, and your preferred transportation, maybe you really hate buses, maybe you only want to take buses, and you can save that there so it won't show you too many irrelevant options. And then of course you have your color mode, and you can go from automatic or day mode, which would be the same. It's showing day mode right now, and then you can choose night mode too, but we don't have that set up yet. And then here you can toggle on these features for showing calories, which is already set up in the Go stats, and there's no way to turn it off right now. But here you can turn it on or off in case you don't want to see it. And then we already had wheelchair mode in the old version of the app, and also the night safety routes, but they weren't very easy to find, so here you can just click it on or off anytime. And then here we have the day mode selected and highlighted, and we have our calories and wheelchair mode and night safety routes all on. And if you press and hold, like a long press on the picture here, it'll pull up this menu of changing your profile picture or deleting it or whatever you want to do with it. And I've also added an options page, which kind of takes over the all options and the lines from the menu, from the home menu. And it's just kind of like a straightforward way to select every option you want for transportation, or maybe you want all of them, maybe you only want to take a scooter. And so you can just select all your options here and then click go and you're ready to see them all. And yeah, when they're unselected, they're just this white and dark green, and when you select them, they will change color like this to show that they're active now. And so with gestures, you'll be able to swipe this down to look at the map a little bit more, and then back up, of course, and then you can zoom and scroll and everything on the map again. I've also added the fares feature, which just makes it easier to buy tickets or update your pass or whatever you want to do in the app without having to go online and find another website to buy them on, or even go to like a ticket machine in person and like wait in a line. You can just do it all in here and save your payment information, and of course it has your student or senior discount again here. You can really quickly buy a return or day pass or train or whatever, and then you can scroll through your recent rides so that if you took one recently and want to go back to it and buy it again, you can do that really quickly, and then it'll just highlight up here again and you can scroll through these. And our last one here is the report feature, which also allows you to just let anyone relevant know. You can let law enforcement know if there's, someone acting really crazy around, or you could let like the app know if there's delays that they haven't posted about, or maybe the transit system know if there's like a mess on the train or whatever. And then you can also post alerts locally for other users to see, kind of inspired by the live map on Waze, so that there might be something that just users need to know about other things and not necessarily, or maybe they also should know and not just the transit system or the app developers or whatever. So we have that, and then we have our recent tweets from the transport system, and here we're on LA in this setting, so we have the LA Metro and their recent tweets. And if you press and hold on the blue handle, it should come up with an option to see more of their tweets or go to their Twitter page and scroll through all of them. And then ideally you'll be able to scroll through them here too if you just go up and down. And then of course lastly we have our big emergency button, so you can't miss it and it's really easy to get to when you need it. And when you press it, it'll come up with this menu, so you can either cancel or call, and give you the option of not, accidentally calling right away. And of course, if you're not in the US, it won't be 911, but you'll have whatever it is. And I think that should be all of it.